As the weather outside is cooling down, things are heating up at the Park Theater. Construction Superintendent Steve Darrow says that a few items are nearing completion.
We're on our last section of ceiling up there. We get that done, we can get a lot of that scaffold out of the way. We still got some work to do on these radius wall features, but it's just kind of touch-up work and some other work up top. So the majority of it's in good shape. Well, all of our exterior brick is done now. We've got in the rear addition is complete, and then on the west wall out here, we've started the waterproofing process on it, so we're happy to be getting that underway for sure.
There are several other crews working now to hit certain milestones, like the electrician, plumbers, and HVAC crew.
Yeah, our electrician's still working on getting some of the conduit and stuff in for the audio and visual, the audio for the theatrical and stuff. It's real close to having that in. Fixing to have plumbers back out here to start the roughing work around back. And then our HVAC crew is working hard to get the duct work in. We're fighting a few areas there, it's pretty tight, so it's making it a little hard, but we're getting through it.
The front of the theater building is really taking shape now too. The ephes on the exterior walls is composed of a styrofoam filler covered in wire mesh and concrete, which is also called a scratch coating.
That's the gray coating that you see out there. Once you get all that in place and it cures, then you put the finish coat on, which has the colors. And a lot of times when you deal with multiple colors that you're going to contrast, they'll pick one color that takes up the majority of the field and do the whole thing in that, and then you come back and paint the other colors in.
The terrazzo crew from Charles A. Wells Sales Company has been working diligently to fill in the larger holes in the lobby floor, but this is a long and tedious process, according to Charles Shanton.
What we've done this trip is finish chiseling out the holes and filled them up to the correct height with a leveler, and then we poured the polyacrylate mix in the holes in the large patches, and the small holes we used polyester resin, and also in some of them we used epoxy resin, and there's 3 different colors of background mix and 4 colors of marble terrazzo chips. The chips, you have to go with what's available from the quarries, and that was fairly easy. We matched up pretty well on our marble chips. The background colors back at our shop, I made probably 2 or 3 dozen different batches before I got one I wanted in each color. So I think we're fairly close right now.
And then the original, and then our match.
Once the new terrazzo pieces have set up, the crew can come back to continue the process.
And then we come back and we use a side grinder and grind them down to about 1/8 above the floor. Then we get a big Turco terrazzo grinder and run over them and bring them rest of the way level with the old floor. The next step after that would be grouting the floors, filling all the little crevices and little bitty pinholes with grout that matches each different color. Let it set up, and then we come back and polish the floor. And then we look at it, anything else that needs to be done, any places we missed, we correct then. And the last step would be cleaning it real well and then sealing it.
The next several weeks will see plenty of changes around the theater as we start to transition to more of a finishing stage.
Well, I hope we'll have our terrazzo completed in about a week and a half, and then I'll start bringing in the storefront up front. And behind that, we should be starting to lay tile on the exterior walls. I'm hoping at that point we can start hanging drywall in the bathrooms, and by the time we get that hung out, then we can work our way back here to the rear addition and start hanging it. So in the next 2-3 weeks, we're going to start putting things together in that aspect.
All of the pieces are quickly coming together at the theater, and even the out-of-town crews are excited to be a part of McMinnville history.
Yeah, there's be something to be proud of too. I mean, anytime you take anything old like this, it's just like an old historical house or that you can redo and make it back to close to the original. I mean, it just really stands out.
Thank you for viewing this latest update from the Park Theater Group. Please stay tuned to our social media channels for the latest news from the theater. Thanks for watching.